Hello everyone, how you doing? John Bonham here, also known as Cape Cod Wet Shaving. Not my usual video. Of course, I start a video and that's when the cars start going by. Right at the end of my road, we have a major street that's one of the main arteries of our town, and they are doing construction on it, and so people are cutting through our neighborhood, going down our street to bypass it. So hopefully there aren't too many cars. We'll see. Just finished doing a first impression video that I'm going to upload tomorrow, but I'm going to upload this video today. And the reason being is because I feel I owe some information to my subscribers and to some other people who have been asking me stuff throughout the sporadic times I've been putting out videos. I've dropped little snippets of info and stuff like that into the video and then just moved on. So I thought I should actually do a video compiled of everything that's been going on the last few months. Nothing really bad. So my wife, as y'all know, was working in Boston where we live. Boston's an hour and a half away on a good day. I'm talking no traffic, you know, outside of summer, tourist season, all that stuff. The drive home is about 2.5 hours for her. So about 2 hours there, anywhere from 2 to 3 hours home. She did that for 2 years. I couldn't. I mean, I love driving. I don't mind travel, but that's just something I wouldn't want to do. And also, by the way, if I'm blinking and rubbing my eye a lot, I was running over to get my coffee and I got a gnat directly in the eyeball. And if that's ever happened to anybody, it burns. One of those videos, sorry. So if my eye's all weird, that's why. Anyway, so she was doing that. So I was home with the kids. I've been a stay-at-home dad for a while, but it's still, you know, with 5 kids, it's a lot. So she finally, because she's in the Coast Guard, got reassigned to about 15 minutes away, thank goodness. So that was a big weight off of both of our shoulders. I might get in trouble with YouTube for this, but got to go pick up my son from school here in a little bit. Told you. So, sitting trying to relax while I can. The kiddos are napping, the 2 young ones. So we were dealing with that. I had said that the kids being home for summer should ease up, coincidentally or oddly enough, on my scheduling, which in a weird way it did, because I didn't have to get up early. We had a structure at home, but it wasn't like hectic where I was driving, you know, because I drive them to school and I pick them up. So I have basically from 9 in the morning till about 2:30, 2:45 to get whatever around the house done, have the baby and the toddler. And so I had thought, since they were home, because they were left to their own devices aside from lunch and all that, I could, at the very least, since they were home, have them watch the 2 younger ones do a video, all that. Well, it didn't pan out that way. Our baby is regressing. For those who don't know, that's when a baby decides, I'm not going to sleep through the night. I'm going to be tired in the day and nap well during the day, but not sleep through the evening, which is what our 2-year-old did. So there's that, which basically culminates in when an opportunity arises for me to do a video, when I have the moment to do it. I am either so damn tired that I just cannot even fathom going and doing it, or something else comes up, or, you know, one reason or another. It sounds like I'm making excuses, and I kind of am. But I do want to break down with the history shave. So the history shave is the one thing I've been asked the most about people. When are you going to do another one? And I don't tell them never or no. I always say maybe. I will at some point. And I mean it. And I meant it at the time, and I mean it now. However, I need to explain the way my process worked with that. We live in a 4-bedroom home with 2 bathrooms. We're a family of 7. That being said, the bathroom that I use for my videos, it is just not realistic for all that stuff behind me to stay there all the time. It's just, it can't. My wife and I use that bathroom, and our kids switch out. You know, if someone's using one bathroom, they use that one, and just, I can't leave all that stuff hanging up. So, that being said, all that stuff has to be set up before a video and taken down after the video. All of it. Now, as annoying as that is, it's just repetitive. There's so many times where I've set it up and then I had to stop what I was doing, and then before I knew it, a couple hours elapsed and someone had to take a shower, so I had to take half of it back down anyways. And then by then I'm like, screw it, I'm not doing it. My process for the history shave is as follows. I had someone say, why don't you use ChatGPT? And I was like, I thought about it. So one time I actually did. I went and had ChatGPT look up a topic. And I said, I want you to give me bullet points about the most important things over this topic. I printed it out, read it over, and I didn't like it. For the history shaves, I have someone walking by. Might get a weird look in a second. There's a car coming too, crying out loud. The way I do the history shaves, I find a topic and I research it. And the way I research it, I do at least, my rule that I adhere to is I do at least 2 different locations to get the facts from. The reason being is because I don't want to just have one thing. One, there's plagiarism and copyright and all that, but 2, so I can fact check. If this one topic says one thing and the second one says something similar, then I'll use it. If I'm ever unsure, I'll try to say that in the video. I read this, I'm pretty sure from what I've read is true, blah, blah, blah. But also, researching it myself and reading up on it, I get very knowledgeable about it, and it's fresh in my head. And even during the video, I'll be reading something and I'll go, you know what, I remember this one thing I read, I didn't write it down, but it was awesome, so here it is, that kind of thing. And I also pick and choose not only what's pertinent to the topic, but I might come across something that I find personally amazing that I thought y'all would like as well. Like if I was doing a topic about the Battle of the Bulge and talking about that. Yeah, there's the important stuff that you'll read in the history book, but maybe I'll come across something cool, like one of the German soldiers had a dog that was an impromptu mascot to one of the platoons of the army during the Battle of the Bulge. Something cool like that. You know, I didn't know that. So that's why I like reading it myself, and that's why I write it. I will write, everything is written. If I do, you know, front and back, one whole page, front and back, and then a half of a page, that's all handwritten. And I generally do that the day before, so it's up here. There's been a couple times where I'll write it and I'll wait a week, and then I'm a disaster. There's been 2 or 3 times. I won't tell you what videos they are, but you'd probably be able to tell that I'm tripping over myself and everything. And I'm squinting, reading what I wrote, like, what the hell does that mean? Because I'll write a little thing, like abbreviated or mention something in parentheses, and I'll go, I don't know what that is, if it's too long after. You know what I mean? So anywho, it's just a lot that goes into it. I haven't been able to adhere to it. And because of that, I'm not just going to rush something out the door and do a really crappy video. I don't want to. And another thing is that's very important is if I'm forcing myself to, I'm not enjoying it, which means I'm not going to do it. So that's why it's been so long. I mean, it's been a long time. And that was actually the one thing on my channel taken off, because shave channels, I know, they're a nickel a dozen, not even a dime. Some of these guys are great. They're far better at it than I am. Even all these years later of me doing this, I just, you know, my style is not as good as some of these other guys. And that's fine. Some of these guys are just, they're made for this kind of stuff. I'm not. I get a lot of love from you guys saying it's like, someone had said, my videos are like listening to a friend, which is one of the coolest things I've ever been told. So thank y'all. And a lot of y'all watch it, no matter what I put out, you'll watch it. So I really appreciate that. But I've been lacking lately, and that's why. I have Shave Masters, which takes up a lot. I have to rotate what I do around that. Like knowing the artisan we're going to have coming up, I will not use an artisan that we're going to use for that Tuesday, for instance. I don't shave for a day or 2 before the episode, and I'll usually wait about a day after to shave again, to do a video. So that takes up my time. Obviously, family takes up my time. What else? I have an idea for content that I'm going to start on a different platform. I'm not going to say anything here yet. I want to actually start doing it, and we'll see how that goes. So this past week has been a nightmare. Just we had some stuff going on personally. Again, nothing bad, just the thing with Charlie Kirk. I lost about 30 subscribers, or excuse me, 30 followers on Insta. Gained a couple more. By pure numbers, I lost like 25, but all told, with the ones I gained back from other people, I lost probably about 30 because of my Charlie Kirk post. Haven't lost any. I've actually gained subscribers in YouTube, which is weird. Haven't put anything out though. The only reason I didn't do a video in Charlie Kirk's memory is because I didn't have the time. Otherwise I would have, so I might have lost subscribers. I might lose it after this for saying this. I don't know. But fine, whatever. I have not, I'm at like 630, I think, subscribers. I haven't been actively pursuing 1,000. I think I could hit 1,000 if I tried. It'd take a while. If I actively pursued it, I just don't have it in me. And I've been even slacking a little bit with Instagram. I haven't been getting the likes and the views that I used to. I think that's also part and parcel with people just moving on from the platform. So I'm not rebranding, but with my idea on the different platform thing, I might be heading in a little bit of a different direction. I'm still going to shave. That's never going to end. Even if I'm not on social media, I'm not going to stop. I like it too much. I've been actively looking into voiceover work. I've been looking into Audible to do audiobooks. However, there's someone I'm talking to, and actually just this morning, he sent me a text about a family member of his that's in a line of work and doing voiceover work, and I'm not going to say what it is, but it's pretty big. If all goes well, knock on wood. Thank you, Silk Tree. I'll leave in about 15 minutes. So we'll see. I'm not going to hold my breath, but hopefully that goes somewhere. It'd be very cool. It would be perfect for me because I could do it from home. I've long wanted to become a two-income family, and we just haven't been able to do it. You know, childcare is like a second mortgage payment. If I went and got a full-time job, all my money and then some of hers would still go to childcare. It's just not worth it. Oh, and the Den tour. I'm still doing that. The Charlie Kirk thing, and then some stuff. Screw it, I'll go ahead and say it. We had a scare this week. I brought my kids home from school this past Thursday and kept them home Friday. Someone jogging by. I might have to mute that part of the video for copyright if they flag it. Someone jogging by listening to music, damn it. Called them out last Thursday and Friday because my kids' school sent out an email saying they had heightened security and law enforcement at the school for an active investigation. And my wife and I, this is right after Charlie Kirk, and we went, okay. Went and picked them up, kept them home. My wife contacted the school system and said, why? What's the explanation? Superintendent gave a really half-assed answer. Like, basically repeated the email and said, your children's safety is our first priority. And we're like, well, yeah, no shit, thank you. That's why we send them to you. That's like saying you breathe. Thank you. That's unnecessary. Everyone knows that. Turns out, it was leaked on Facebook. There was a kid, 18-year-old, casing the school, taking video pictures of my kid's high school and an elementary school in the town, a couple towns over. Basically what just entered your head? Yes, They they arrested him, found all kinds of goodies on his phone at his house, Columbine, all of that good stuff. So that was a nice end of the week. So we were dealing with that. I think I mentioned our new van got wrecked. Not bad. Enough. It's new. It's a month and a half old. We're dealing with that. We're supposed to get it home this week. Brand new. Good as new. 15 minutes, damn. So, five and a half years it's taken me to get where I am here. I'm very blessed. Political tide's been turning on social media everywhere. A lot of people would say there's a lot of newbies in wet shaving and stuff. I've seen a lot of them go. I think there's more people gone. Not interested in it. Maybe it's Instagram, a combination of the two. I don't know. I absolutely refuse to go on TikTok. I'm not going to do it. I'm actually in the category of people that hope it gets banned. That's me. It's good for a laugh, but it's just... won't get into that here. A couple of you know what I'm talking about with my idea and stuff. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to be hush-hush about it. I had some good advice from some very close friends that I entrusted with this. We'll see. But I haven't forgotten y'all. The den tour is still going to happen. I was actually this close to being finished. I had stuff all over the floor. I had boxes I hadn't even opened yet. I opened a box from Rec Shave Supply with 1988 in it. I hadn't opened it. I got it on release. Hadn't opened it. And the splash had leaked. So I contacted Matt, sent him the invoice number of a package that was almost a year old. And God love you, Matt. Thank you. You still sent me a replacement, so thanks. I told him flat out, man, I just opened it. It's old. I understand. He goes, we got you. So, very cool. Go check out Rec Supply, man. I would have been like, come on, realistically, dude. Like, yeah, I get it. No, you didn't question it at all. Anywho, so I was cleaning all that up. Dusting the shelves, all that. Had everything organized. I literally have a can of Pledge with a paper towel still down there on the floor from when I was doing that, and then everything happened, so. I'm going to do a walkthrough of it first, and then I think I'm just going to do snippets of video doing each individual section talking about stuff. And I think for the coup de grace, I am going to count each jar, each puck, and each tube. And I'm going to give you the numbers of each individual one and add them all together. And I don't want to know what that number is. I'm purposely vague about what I have. I've given reasons. The main one is because I just don't want to come off as a douche. But again, a good friend of mine's, two actually. One said, I don't think that's possible for you. You just don't have the personality type. I think people would get it. And the other had given me good advice saying it'd be good for influencer purposes. Or reviewing purposes, things like that, because if people see how much I have and how much I've used. So, anywho. I think that's about it. Yeah, can't think of anything else. And in case anyone was wondering, this is a Flor de Oliva. These are, I call them the high end of cheap cigars. In Massachusetts, the tax is almost 50% on cigars. So these are about $6.20 a piece here. AtlanticCigar.com, where I get mine. They're Pennsylvania-based, wonderful company. They are like $3.50, so I get them from there. Sumatra wrapper, Nicaraguan binder, Nicaragua long filler. Wonderful. A little bit sweet. Tip. Not overly so. I couldn't do that. Wonderful, wonderful cigars. Very good. can't do short film, man. As long as where it's at. Anyway, I do believe that's about it. Hopefully I know what I'm doing here. I'm blessed to be where I am, like I said before. I thank each and every one of you. If you're new to watching me, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Maybe you can go look at some of my older stuff. I'm going to go back to the history shaves. I had too much fun with those. And like I said, I had some good opportunities coming up right when I slowed down. Well, really stopped. It's not slowing down after it's been a year or so. But I do have every intent to start up again. I just don't know when. So, all right, everybody. I'm sure I'll think of something else after this, but really appreciate it. Most of y'all are good folks. And it's been a blessing getting as far as I am here. Just with shaving, the people I've met and stuff, it's insane. But not quitting, not going anywhere. Just things might be changing. Not a rebrand. I don't think. But I'm going to alter some stuff, I think. I've plateaued. I think I've been on a plateau for a while. And I would like more opportunities. I would like to be making some money from this, to be honest with you. It's just, I have a lot of fun doing the reviews and all that. I love getting free goodies. Who wouldn't? But, you know, it's not to sound ungrateful, but like, I don't need it. Some of it I want, but it's just, you know. And if I really support you, I'll just buy the stuff anyways. So, I do want to start making some money, so we'll see. But that'll just about do it, I think. Thank you for listening to me ramble. 22 minutes. Blah, blah, blah. Appreciate it. I got to go get my 15-year-old from school. God bless you all. Thank you all. Just take care of one another, man. This world's gotten very crazy very quickly. It's terrifying. But I'll be around. Keep an eye out for videos. Talk to y'all soon. Love y'all. See you next time.